Just for a moment, let's talk about something. Let's talk about the names of God, and one name in particular. And it speaks about you and I, about how much God cares for us at every moment of our life. In the Old Testament book of Genesis, there's an incredible situation takes place. A woman who is running from a bad situation and not knowing what's going to happen with the rest of her life. She has a child, and her child are on their own. And yet God appears to her and speaks very clearly. And she names God. She gives God a name for that situation. She calls him El Roi, the God who sees me. The God who sees me. What a great, great story. And I love the fact that God sees me and God sees you. Every person who's watching this video is not only cared for by God, but is seen by God. He sees the deepest moments of my sorrow and the greatest moments of my joy. He sees me. Not just the general me, not just the facade me or you, but the real me. He knows what we're going through. He knows what we're feeling. He knows if you're suffering or if you're like being so triumphant in your walk with God. He is the God that sees me for who I am. And I'm glad that God doesn't rate me because of other people. He doesn't say, I wish you could be like that person. I wish you could be more like that one. He just says, be who I made you to be. And that's why I'm so thankful that Hagar in the Old Testament names God a personal name that she alone uses. You are the God that sees me. So in your own life, I want you to understand very clearly, whatever you're facing right now, whatever you may be going through, the triumphs, the joys, the mountains, the valleys, there is a God that sees you, the real you. And you be transparent with him and open with him. You don't have to hold back from him. He clearly and powerfully dictates the fact that he sees you as you are and he loves you as you are, but he also wants you to understand, because he sees me, he sees what needs to be corrected in me. And he sees what needs parts of my life I need to depend on him more. What areas I need to say, God, let me trust you more. So, if Hagar in the Old Testament as a single parent goes through a difficult point in her life and she meets God and she says, you're the God that sees me. He sees you too. So in this moment together, could you remind yourself of a loving God that sees you as you are and loves you not because of anything else except that he loves you and he wants you to know that he knows the innermost parts of your life. Be open with him, be honest with him, because he is the God that sees you.